Today with the two-time defending champion, Serena Williams. She's on center court against Tatiana Golovin. Yet another interesting story. Born in Russia, lived half her life in the United States, and now representing France. Go figure. With the call, here's Ted Robinson, Mary Carrillo, and John McEnroe.
All right, Jimmy, well, you expect us to make some sense out of that, huh?
We can do that.
We will try, yes, indeed. As the two-time defending champion, Serena Williams takes center court for the beginning of what will have to be an interesting run in order to defend her championship. She'll have to win 4 matches in 5 days, weather permitting. That's because of the backlog that Jimmy referenced. And how strange it is to see that #1 seed here, yet the #10 rank. Just really more than anything due to an absence from the sport for Serena. 22 singles matches this year.
Well, don't forget, after she won Wimbledon for the second time, she was injured and did not play for almost 9 months. So she's just getting back into the swing of things. And this is a good place for her to do it. Try to win it 3 years in a row. No problem so far. Get into this round of 16 match against Golovin. It's a pretty interesting story, actually. The Russians can go anywhere. They can stay in Russia. They can go to Florida. They can move to France. They can go anywhere. Spain. You know.
Serena Williams coming into this match has played very well, especially in the last round. She's had 21 aces against just 2 double faults, and that's so key to her confidence. She's faced 19 break points. She's saved 18 of them. She's returning well. She looked very, very good against Maui Serna in that last round after she got past a slightly shaky first set. Tatiana Golovin, Ted, has never before been on this center court.
What a way to be baptized. 16 years old, 6 months ago, she was ranked number 354 in the world. And here she is, a round of 16 for the second time this year in a slam. And it's appropriate to try to explain the background. Golovin, her father is a professional hockey coach, and when she was an infant, her father got a job in Lyon, France, coaching hockey, so the family moved there. At age 8, then she went to Florida to pursue tennis at the Bollettieri Academy, stayed there until she was 14, and then the French Federation said, why don't you come back? Here's a little money, come back and be with us again.
Did that with Mary Pierce. Well, actually, she didn't get the money she was looking for in America. Offer came from France, went back there, worked for her. Golovin would like to think it could work for her as well.
Next, second serve.
I like what Golovin's French coach, Pierre Chiret, says of her. He says she has the toughness of an Eastern European, the positive attitude of the Americans, and the French joie de vivre. That's a nice little package.
40 to 10.
Well, Mary, you made a reference to this yesterday. She also has some guidance from none other than Brad Gilbert.
Yeah, that's pretty good if you've got him watching your matches and telling you what he thinks.
Game is well.
So Serena easily holds in her first game. And as we take a look at Tatiana Golovin's story, she turned 16 in January when she received a wild card to the Australian Open, part of a cooperative deal with the French Federation. She made the 4th round of the Australian, and her rank's now 54.
Also, Mary and I are proud to note that she won the French Open mixed doubles this year. Right. Richard Gasquet, the youngster from France, so that could propel her onto bigger and better things.
Youngest ever champions of a Grand Slam title.
Next, second serve.
Gasquet, only 17 years old. What a great French talent.
Were we the next youngest?
No, tragically no. They beat Andrea Jaeger, and
Dropping only
And Jimmy Arias.
Golovin dropping only 1 set in 3 rounds. Here, she also made the finals of the warm-up event in Birmingham, England. Lost to Sharapova there.
39.
Who she grew up training with at Bolletari's. And Sharapova's in the quarterfinals already here, playing later today. I think after this match.
Well, Mary, you made the reference yesterday that Brad Gilbert had a plan that he was giving
Yeah,
Golovin to
we've been waiting for a couple days now for that plan.
All right, I'll let you hear it. Gilbert wants very much for this server here to send a lot of forehand Serena's way. Break that end down. First and foremost, he wants Tatiana to believe that she deserves to be out on this court and that she can compete. And she's got a pretty good mindset. Her game is so solid. She's so big off the ground. She's got wonderful concept, very good hands. Big heat off both sides. In fact, she had to resume a match from yesterday against Emmanuel Gagliardi. It was 3-all. She had to pick it up again, and Gilbert said, look, hit it to Gagliardi's forehand. It's a much weaker side, and dang, 3 games later she was into this round. She's supposed to be aiming to Serena's forehand today. And it's holding up pretty well so far. And this is some beautiful pounding from Williams. And Brad also feels that Tati, which is what everyone calls her, on her return game, she hugs the court. She stands in very close. He feels against Serena's serve, she's going to have to give it a little bit more room.
Next, second serve.
Serena Williams there. No one can't help but be feeling nerves at the moment. That just makes the legs a little heavier and tougher to move, even at this young age. She finds herself down break point. Williams to come into net. Nice to see from the young girl. We've got to tell Jimmy, too, to be a little bit easier on Kornikova, because she was a Wimbledon semifinalist, and she did reach 8 in the world. Yeah, that's a tough one, with game. I mean, she had some game.
Cold double fault here. Do you think it's over, Kornikova? Tennis.
I think it is over. You know, but I'd like to make a serious stab at it. I mean, she's only, I think, 22.
Next, first serve.
Give it a real year or two. I mean, I saw her recently, and she's still complaining of back problems and all types of other injuries.
Well, I guess when we watch Serena and Venus play it, and the continuing debate about the lack of volume that they play. To think back, it wasn't long ago we were watching Hingis and Kornikova play in a juniors match at the U.S. Open. They're both out of the sport right now.
Kornikova played a lot of doubles and did have some real success there. She did have a couple pretty good years in singles.
to some second game.
deuce.
Mary, would you think, I mean, no matter how prepared a Golovin is, the first time you see these kind of shots from Serena Williams, it's still a shock?
Advantage, Miss Williams.
Golovin's ball called long.
The shock is being out in the center court at Wimbledon, having to play someone this good. That combination is pretty tough to keep your cool.
The only other top 10 player Tatiana Golovin has ever faced is Dementieva, whom she beat earlier this year. So yeah, this is a big step up.
Game, Miss Williams.
And after a long battle, break of serve for the defending champ.
Miss Williams leads 2 games to
A
love.
Remax player profile. Tatiana Golovin. She turned 16 in January.
Well, this is a good time as we look at Golovin. You know, I'll mention for the last time
Okay.
Kornikova. Okay, but in 1998 she finished 13 in the world, 99, 12 in the world, and in 2000 she finished 8 in the
15
world.
love.
To just completely dismiss her is unfair to her.
No,
She may not have lived up to what people were.
she never won a
talking
tournament.
Well, that's it. That's what it's.
She
There's
never
a
won a
lot. There's a lot of players out
Right.
there that never won a tournament.
No, but
Yeah, but they weren't the richest tennis players in the world.
They didn't. They also didn't look like her.
Your point's well taken. That's been the problem with Kornikova. It was never possible to really separate judging her tennis from judging the rest of the package.
That's not good enough.
She gave that away way too soon, number 1. It was a poor attempt, number 2. Serena, easy put away
30
there.
love.
You know, we often talk about the transition from play to grass and how dramatic it is for the players in such a short period of time. And I look at Serena and think, how about the dramatic transition in outfits from what she debuted at Roland Garros? Her own design line to the
Game, Miss
rather
Williams.
muted, white-dominated outfits. Second ace and a good start for the two-time champion.
Miss Williams leads 3 games to love. First set.
Hey, Deborah! A minivan? What happened? We were going to be famous, travel to Europe, marry a hockey player. I mean, what would all our friends say? And what's up with that hair?
Hey, hon. You ready?
Oh, never mind. But not about the hair. Oh.
The Odyssey from Honda. Ready, nimble, quick, now. Productive, proactive, collected, connected. Responding to change. In the air, everywhere. Swift, in sync, in step, as one. Before noon, before 6, before the other guy. In other words, on-demand business from IBM.
Multitasking is great, except when you're driving. Answer the cell phone, referee the kids in the back seat, drink your coffee. We all do it. But Allstate knows if you do it a little less, you're less likely to have an accident or get a ticket. Keep a safe record and Allstate can save you up to 20%. Safe drivers cost everyone less. They should pay less. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
What do you think we should do about our dependence on foreign oil?
These are chemists and engineers at the oil companies. I mean, they know how to do research, and if there's research that exists on alternative sources of fuel, I'm saying they should stop looking for oil, but I think it could be profitable for them to look at other ways, diversifying their portfolio.
The Championships Wimbledon, brought to you by Honda Odyssey. There are minivans, then there's the Odyssey. By IBM, making on-demand business a reality for companies around the world. By Remax, outstanding agents, outstanding results. And by American Express, the official card of heavy hitters. After Wimbledon and her championship last year, Serena had surgery in August, did not play again until March of this year, and so she is frequently asked about the myriad interests that she has and how much it keeps her away from tennis.
Once I'm at a tournament and I'm all about tennis, like I'll sit down and I'll sketch, but you know, sketching is totally different from whatever, and I'll sit down and I'll read a script, but it's just like me reading a book. That's the only difference. When I'm at Wimbledon, I'm 100% focused on Wimbledon.
And that focus this year.
Question is what she does before Wimbledon, before the big events, because you want to be training to get to the point where you give yourself the best possible chance.
Right.
Which she may not have done before the French, right, Ted?
Where she lost to Jennifer Capriati in the quarters.
She did miss a lot of time. We pointed out about 9 months. Went down to the south of France and enjoyed some of the movies down there.
The interesting thing is Serena did play 3 clay court warm-ups this year before the French. She did not play, which is typical. Both Serena and Venus generally pass on the grass court warm-ups.
30 all.
Cannes Film Festival, does she have proper preparation down there? This girl looks totally overmatched right now.
What I do like, it's a pity that she was broken. Pity for her sake, she was broken right away after that long game, finally won by Williams, because she's got poise. She's taking her time in between points. You know, she's trying to feel comfortable out there. But she's only had a couple of winners, including that last ace. There's another ace. And if she gets on the board, good things might happen for her. Serena Williams is smart enough to be very focused on this match. There's a generation of kids coming, and she's among them. I put Carolina Sprema, Maria Sharapova. That little trifecta there might not be. I mean, they're just sort of a pause away from really competing with the bigs, I think.
So a hold of serve for Golovin. We're in the second week of Wimbledon. Log on to wimbledon.msnbc.com. Tracy Austin looks today at Lindsay Davenport's bid to win a second Wimbledon title. And Bud Collins reveals what Andy Roddick must do to win the men's championship. And there's live scoring brought to you by British Airways, all at wimbledon.msnbc.com.
That is not the way she envisioned that point ending. Changed her mind at the last second. I mean, she could have hit an overhead, but it was not high enough up. She got to bend down a little more if you're going to hit an overhead from that position. Why not just smack the forehand away for a winner?
15 all.
Suspect footwork from Golovin there.
82% first serves from Serena as well. So, yeah, she's not getting many looks, is she?
Point of the match by far. Nice exchange, forehand exchange from the baseline.
30 all.
Pretty balanced, huh? On the run. Stays low. No, she's a big girl. Stays down. Good center of gravity.
You said if she could just get on the board more, like she did the last game, and all of a sudden she
30-40.
has a real chance to find her way into this match at break point. It's well done.
And again, I just love how she takes her time in between points. She's not nervous. She's not rushing. She reminds me a little bit of Hingis, really. Not as varied a game, but a much bigger ground game. She likes the net. Look at this. She knows what's going on out there. We're back on serve.
And yes, it is the 16-year-old Golovin with a break.
Miss Williams leads 3-2, first set.
Oh, hello, Roger. Take a seat. How's your first day going?
Well, everyone's been very nice.
That's great. Say, have you had a chance to look at the Scalepi report?
No, not yet.
Oh, those fourth quarter numbers are really looking up, so I'd like you to write up an analysis. Listen, if you need any help, anything at all, I'm right here.
No matter how productive you are, you can't do it alone. That's why there's management software from Computer Associates.
At Think Smalley Rent-A-Car, we have a special service just for small businesses. Petey. Petey will help you find your car faster. No sense of directions? Let Petey point the way. And Petey has specially trained pals at all 3 of our suburban locations. We'd love to offer you more, but who do you think we are, Hertz?
Hertz offers small businesses #1 Club Gold, never lost, and over 1,000 suburban locations. It's your trip. Rent wisely.
Life is all about balance. So is investing. At Putnam Investments, that means all funds in all asset classes all the time. We're built for balance for just one reason. You. At Putnam Investments, we urge you to consider the investment objective, risks, charges, and fees for any fund. Ask your financial advisor or plan sponsor for a prospectus containing this and other information. Read it carefully before you invest.
Hall of Famer Annika Sorenstam, teenage phenom Michelle Wie, the best in women's golf compete for its greatest titles. The U.S. Women's Open, Saturday, 3 Eastern, NBC.
You have a boyfriend, do you?
No, I don't have a boyfriend.
You're a
I'm waiting
girl.
for Prince William.
Prince William? Is that your dream man, is it?
Being in England, yeah, that would be.
You'd love to meet Prince William?
Definitely.
Okay.
I'll be waiting for him sitting in the stands.
Welcome to Wimbledon. That's part of the deal. Answering those kinds of questions.
Well, Prince William is, he's second in line, I guess, for the throne. And again, I really feel that even though she's only 16 years old, I'd put her maybe third in line. He doesn't seem to be in the royal box today. I'd put her third in line after Sprem and Sharapova. Finding that Serena forehand now. Misses that one.
Love 30.
Both players breathing hard right now after that long point.
I have to ask, what do you think the Royals feel about her outfit? That's definitely a new Wimbledon look.
Gets my vote.
It's creeping a little closer to beach volleyball, isn't it?
If they didn't like it, I love the official announcements in this country. All they say is, we take a dim view. after that break, in trouble right away.
Next, second serve.
It's when you're most vulnerable, when you've just broken a top player.
15-14.
As you let down a little bit, just satisfied with what you've just accomplished. But the top-ranked player, Serena in this case, steps it up. More of a sense of urgency this game to take control right back.
Game is Williams.
And there it is, the break back for Serena. So 4-2 for Serena Williams. Rolex providing the time here at Wimbledon, the official timekeeper of the championships, Wimbledon. Another nice afternoon. Dry weather again today. The women need it. This top half of the women's draw is a day behind. Serena Williams wins this match and Jennifer Capriati hers,
15 love.
then Serena and Capriati would meet tomorrow in the quarters, along with the men's quarterfinals.
I could even make the schedule for you tomorrow. They'd put Serena and Capriati on first, and they'd follow that with Federer Hewitt, and they'd close the day into the night. Tim Henman.
You've been buzzed by the audience.
Henman and well, so much.
Wait, but let's gotta make sure if this chair is wired. You could be in the chair right now.
Heart rate just skyrocketed.
The word is that we may have a Henman earlier than normal.
Wrong again.
The European Cup semis is on tomorrow night.
Game is Williams.
Well, Serena trying to take care of her end of that bargain. She's a game away from the first set.
Ball change, please. Miss Williams, please.
This fall, these are the people who aren't just solving mysteries, they're saving lives.
Someone had made the call.
Medical Investigation, coming to NBC Fridays.
NBC5 and Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie put a spark in your holiday. The Lone Stars and Stripes Fireworks Celebration, July 3rd and 4th. Enjoy the thunder of thoroughbred racing and the flash of fireworks. It's fun for the whole family with petting zoos, pony rides, clowns, and more. Admission is only $3. Children under 3 get in free. Don't miss the excitement this Saturday and Sunday at Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie. Brought to you by NBC5.
Question. Who is Brick.com? Who has the good housekeeping seal of approval? Who doesn't sell concrete or Mexican brick? Who's your favorite announcer?
If you don't see the Acme name, you're not getting Acme quality.
The most knowledgeable weather team in North Texas is on NBC5.
Now, Serena Williams, the last 2 years Wimbledon champion, and both times having to defeat her sister to achieve the championship. In 2002, it dethroned Venus after 2 consecutive titles. And then last year, Serena came back from a heartbreaking loss to Justine Henin-Ardenne at the French, and again
Serena Williams
beat her sister, this time an injured sister. Venus had pulled through with a stomach problem, pulled through a semifinal match against Kim Clijsters. Venus actually won the first set, and Serena won her second straight championship in 3.
Wait, please.
right in on that. Took the ball so early.
So her attempt this year to join great company in the third straight championship.
That say Martina won 6 in a row? Not too shabby. That deserves a wild card at any age.
Amen to that.
And Martina is
Amen.
still in the mixed and the doubles. Leander Paes and Lisa Raymond.
She's trying to break Billie Jean's record.
Coach Gilbert put that in the game plan.
It's beautiful.
Ooh, wow.
Extended applause for this effort from Golovin.
15-13.
As quick as Serena is, she just didn't see that one coming. Golovin still under the gun on her service games.
It's 30 on.
Now I know I'm getting old, Ted, because I have 6 kids. 3 of my kids are older than Tatiana.
Well, I've got a 16-year-old son, and believe people like this come to my house all the time looking for Anthony. In fact, if she blew a bubble right now, I'd swear she's been at my house. They all have.
You should be proud of Anthony.
Game in first set, Miss Williams.
Well, unfortunately, that first set, perhaps a little bit of a reality check for the youngster. Serena Williams, 6-2.
British Airways, the way to fly. HP services and technology help the world's great companies face, manage, and love change. HP. Invent.
20 tokens, please. Certainly.
You want to split something?
Nah, I'm actually pretty hungry.
What are you going to get?
I'm thinking turkey leg. How about you?
I don't know. Just a T-bone, I guess.
The world isn't made for low-carb eaters.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
That's why there's new Life Choice. Generous portions, great taste, few carbs. Life Choice, now in your grocer's freezer.
What's ahead on Last Comic Standing?
Beverly Hills invited me to a neighborhood watch meeting just to show the neighborhood what to watch out for.
And tonight, a tour bus comedy challenge.
How many of you ever heard of Chris Rock?
Chris Rock?
His cousin lives right there.
Plus, the funniest stand-up standoff yet. Let's hear it! Last Comic Standing, NBC tonight.
At the All England Club, a beautiful Tuesday. Yesterday was a day we often call the best day at tennis. And it wasn't just tennis at the All England Club. Thanks to American Express, there was a little tennis, of all places, floating on the River Thames. Look at it on a barge. Is that real grass, John?
Yes, it is.
That's amazing. How'd they get real grass like this on a barge?
He actually got the people that work here at the tournament to set it up.
And this is John McEnroe and Monica Seles. It's nice to see Monica hitting balls again. And grunting.
Hey, look, that's a pretty good view going down the River Thames, isn't it? Tower Bridge in the background. McEnroe on the ground as usual.
Ball was out, Mr. McEnroe.
Chalk blew up!
There was no chalk. The ball,
You cannot be serious!
ball was clearly out.
Come on!
Ball was clear there, Mr. McEnroe. Second serve.
Now, I've got to commend you. No audible obscenities there. Very nice. How's Monica?
Monica's still hoping to get back out there and play again. Shooting for the U.S. Open. She's turned into such a great girl. Well, not girl anymore. A woman of about 30.
A lingering.
You remember her at the age Tatiana was winning big events, Grand Slams.
Next, Professor. Last 13.
Very pretty forward movement by Golovin, finishing it off there nicely. She could use a nice start in this second set. She was in trouble right away in the first. And that's missed.
We lost 14.
Loose game, the first loose game from Serena.
And
She's going to give Richard some gray hair. To miss a ball as easy as that. She's got 3 chances, Golovin, to break serve.
She broke Serena once in that first set, but she herself was broken 3 times. In fact, and this is what Tatiana has to do better in set 2, she faced break point in every service game.
As HP Hawkeye confirms that ball was long. But Richard has an impact on Serena's serve that we're seeing even in this match. Now there's an ace, her third, and Richard's been telling Serena to pull back a little bit on speed.
Yeah, especially on grass. Because, you know, grass will take any kind of spin or slice or positioning that you give it.
That's a good play by Golovin, putting the pressure on Serena Williams, make her come up with the pass, and on 2 occasions she did that in that game to get the early break.
2 breaks for Golovin. LHP Services and Technology help companies face, manage, and love change. And the HP Hawkeye with us throughout the championships to give us another look at those very close calls. How about the world that we live in now? Mark Philippoussis went to the press conference after his loss to Tim Henman last night and said he'd already received several text messages from friends in Australia watching, telling him that calls that were made that out had gone against him.
Wow. Again trying to attack the Williams forehand, and after hitting great length, comes up with that. I mean, this is a tremendous shot to win it. Look, in the half court, off-angle forehand. She's got some ideas, doesn't she? Brad Gilbert, we were mentioning, has been working with Tatiana the last couple of years. In fact, after last year's U.S. Open, she went to his place for 2 weeks out in San Francisco, and now he watches over her whenever they're at the majors. Obviously, he's got a pretty good full-time job with some guy on the men's side. But he likes the way she plays, the way she competes, and she gets a little bit fitter, maybe a little bit quicker. And she's already made a tremendous move. Last December, the French Federation sent her up into the Swiss Alps to train for a couple of weeks with Amélie Mauresmo and Nathalie Deschy of France. And it did her a world of good. She came out of there much more professional attitude. She took off. Mauricine Price has come to Wimbledon in the last few days. Golovin just not in good enough position to be able to play that ball. And that was a game point. That would have given her a 2-love lead. Standing back here. Well, that's what she's saying to herself.
Well, she had a chance and looked like she was going to come in about 5 shots earlier and chose to move back behind the baseline. Golovin was able to handle her pace, which is pretty blistering, but she hits a good ball of her own. She's gotten a little hesitant here early in the second set, Serena Williams.
Still.
Well, that's where she's telling herself, get inside the baseline.
That's what she did. Still
back
coming
that
in.
serve.
Took a 90-mile-an-hour second serve and put it away.
Well, she doesn't want to miss the return, but she wants to put Golovin in defensive. It's a fine line.
Advantage, Miss Golovin.
Hawkeye again confirms.
Deuce.
Can Golovin in this set try to stay out there, stay close, let Serena, or hope Serena makes enough mistakes that on this surface work?
She's going to try to be aggressive enough, but consistent enough. That's easier said than done.
And you know how I feel, Ted, especially on grass. This woman is so tough that really the only person who can beat her is herself. And if she gets into a funky mood, Golovin can hang with her, can hold serve and keep trying to find some errors. Yeah, we got a match. Sending a real message with these returns, isn't she? Very dismissive of that 79 mile an hour serve, 82 mile an hour return. There's another one.
Well, it's another game like the first set. Golovin's service games are stressful.
Right.
Nothing easy for him.
Next first serve. Game is Williams.
And Golovin is broken again. That's the game is hurting right now. 4 times she's been broken.
1 game on.
No, the best way to catch up on everything that's happened during the tennis day and night at Wimbledon. Wimbledon update, 11:35 Eastern and Pacific tonight, just before this night show with Jay Leno, which makes this an even longer day and night for you guys. And you look well today.
15
It's a great chance, you know, to come on before Leno, get some highlights in for tennis.
Did you bring a writer along for your monologue? I mean, you're getting ready for your CNBC show next week.
Don't think we'll be hearing enough monologues. I love the monologue with those guys. Admittedly, I'm not a comedian, so sadly, Ted, monologue's looking dicey.
$40.
5 aces for Serena. Her average speed on her first serve is 107, and it's 1 mile an hour more than Golovin's. And Serena herself saying, you know, I can hit him 120 pretty regularly if I want to. Is she looking like she might get in one of those funky moods, Mary?
No, I think she's doing a great job. She's serving very well.
Game is Williams.
Down the middle there, 6-8. Set to rest. And we're on serve. Second set, 4th round, center court at the Championships Wimbledon.
Whether you're the tourist or the attraction, the Lincoln Navigator. Travel well.
There are 2 things we'd like you to help us with. Anna and I retired by 60, and the family is taken care of, no matter what.
You're definitely on the right track. I'll go put the plan together.
There are times in life when you could really use expert financial advice. For more than 145 years, Northwestern Mutual and its products have quietly earned a most enviable reputation. Isn't it time you had a quiet conversation of your own? Northwestern Mutual Financial Network. It's time for a quiet conversation.
Assurance in rain means Goodyear's deeply carved aqua chutes propel water away from your tread. Assurance on ice means Goodyear's interlocking threads deliver gripping power.
Assurance on dry pavement means Goodyear's reinforced shoulders give you confident maneuvering. The revolutionary new Goodyear Assurance with triple tread technology for assurance in any weather on the wings of Goodyear.
Biggest news for your smile since fluoride? It's liquid calcium. Help restore enamel luster with Arm & Hammer Enamel Care toothpaste. It's baking soda and liquid calcium. Goes on, fills in, restores brilliant luster with daily brushing. Nothing else like it. Enamel Care.
Dave Suarez is a RE/MAX agent. He spends most of his time selling homes. And not much time on anything else. That's why nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Ladies, round of 16 on center court. The two-time defending champion Serena Williams trying to reach a quarterfinal matchup where it's expected she'll meet Jennifer Capriati, as they did last year here, as they did several weeks ago at Roland Garros.
Love 13.
Now Brad Gilbert is here to watch.
And that's his son, Zach, off to Brad's right.
And Golovin now fighting some frustration.
When she gets, she's rushing too much to Mary. This is not a good sign. Looking like she doesn't want to be out there.
Oh, boy.
The game is Williams.
Well, there are moments when 16-year-olds remind us just how old they are. And that was it for Tatiana. You're right, but she served that last point before the ball kids had actually finished rolling the balls back.
Right. Well, when she got broken early on, after starting with the break and then breaking back, look at this attitude. What I like about it, and again, it sounds like I'm really big on racket throwing. What I like about it is that Golovin's whole attitude is, you know, I can't believe I'm losing. Like, I can't believe I'm not playing well enough to compete here. Here she is. It's her first ever Wimbledon. Half a year ago, she was ranked about 350 in the world. She's playing the first time on center court against a two-time champion, and she's aggravated that she gets broken right away. I like that. Now she's gone into a terrible form. And Serena, who started this match with great focus and intensity and has maintained it throughout, is probably just going to be able to finish this off quite easily.
49.
But it shows a lot of respect on Serena's part that she knew she had to play this well.
She doesn't look like Golovin believes she can win now.
You know who Gilbert is tipping to win this? Sharapova.
Game is Williams.
Wow.
But I don't know. I still like this pick.
Oh, that was two quick, impressive games, and Serena could see the finish line.
Miss Williams leads 4 games to 1 second set to end by
Francesca! Francesca!
Lisa! Hi! I thought I'd find you here. We found a buyer for your house. We got what we were hoping for. I couldn't wait to tell you.
Thanks.
Nobody works harder for you than RE/MAX. That's why nobody in the world sells more real estate.
Relive the highlights of Wimbledon 04 on DVD. Order your copy by logging on to www.tennis04.com or by calling 1-800-957-8448. This exciting program is a perfect gift and a must-have for any tennis fan. For only $24.95 plus shipping, you can own the official Wimbledon 04 DVD. Call 1-800-957-8448 or log on to www.tennis04.com.
Let's start with lead generation and conversion rates for the past 7 days. Jim.
Well, that's difficult to...
Nancy, Steve.
Well, that's an interesting... We're still working on that.
We have 981 new leads.
Thanks to our more productive call center.
Which increased conversion rates by 17%.
NBC's Wimbledon coverage continues with weekday action Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. in all time zones. Thursday and Friday at 12 noon in all time zones. Plus, nightly updates at 11:35 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. All concluding with breakfast at Wimbledon Saturday and Sunday. Wimbledon, all this week on NBC.
We love that. We love that. When we see some blue, nice white clouds, another clear day at the All England Club. And right now, the two-time defending champion, Serena Williams, closing in on a quarterfinal berth.
Barely lost a point since she broke Tatiana Golovin in the second game.
Let me follow up, Mary, on what you mentioned about Golovin and her belief that she could win this match. Is that a statement just that she's so young she doesn't know better? or is it something that we hear more and more about the Williams sisters, that their aura has slipped a little?
I think it's both. I said this new generation, I mean, everybody hits hard now in women's tennis. And it's sort of like men's tennis, where every man is fit. Every young kid hits this hard. So a couple of them can really start aiming, you know? Putting together good patterns and really working the court. And it's going to get interesting. Again, Golovin, I'm not sure how seriously she deeply felt she can win this match. She knows she belongs at the very top. And she's finding out today how much farther she's got to go.
15-14.
At this point, everything is going Serena's way. She hits this ball away with authority, and she's looking to just be off the court within a couple minutes right now. Speaking of that court positioning you were talking about, she just put herself right where she shouldn't be. Serena put her at Golovin's feet, the ball, and she gets another break, and this is
5 games to 1.
just about over.
Well, after that little frustration that you pointed out, Mary, when she bounced her racket,
yeah,
that was seemingly the end of this. Serena has won 19 of the last 21 points.
Well, Golovin's got to know that, I mean, first and foremost, she's got to get fitter and faster, just so she can cover the shots that people like Serena Williams can hit time after time.
I lost 15.
And then she's got to consistently put herself into a position where she can go deep into the draws and gain the kind of confidence she needs to compete against the very best.
Well, it's still been some year. Golovin Golovin 354 at the start of the year. Now she's in the main draw here. She'll be in the main draw at the U.S. Open. She's going to play on the French Olympic team, playing both singles and doubles in Athens.
15-13.
That's ace number 10, and of course Serena named to the Olympic team as well, and planning to play doubles with Venus.
Not only is she serving beautifully, that's her 11th ace, she's also serving a lot of first serves. 71% first serves in. Very, very high quality stuff these last few rounds from Serena. After a terrible slump, Golovin is going back to doing what she's supposed to be doing. Trying to find that Williams forehand, work it a little bit, and actually have some focus. She She's a real rhythm server, Serena Williams, and right now she's enjoying great action, beautiful style, but she's not trying to muscle the ball. That's when you know she's feeling confident.
And this ball, ooh,
that's a winner.
Well, called out, and it gets us to match point.
Can't they give her the call at 6-2, 5-1 down? Man, tough day.
Footballs.
First one of the match. Payback. That's what they do in the NBA.
It does seem very serene in here compared to last night. Not like appropriate with Serena Williams trying to defend her championship.
Advantage, Miss
And
Williams.
match point 2 coming.
Next for serve. Deuce. Advantage, Miss Williams. Game, 7 match.
And there, Serena, after seeing 1 second serve return by her, made sure that Golovin didn't get another one. And the 2-time Wimbledon defending champion is through the quarterfinals. Both mom and dad now here for week 2. Of course, big sister Venus, a shocking early departure, and the stage now for the family is all Serena. And she'll be right back here tomorrow, and it may well be against Jennifer Capriati. And her form?
That's a good form. Yep. I mean, she did everything well, and she's staying on track. 9 aces in the last 3 service games alone. Yeah, that's a pretty emphatic win for Serena.
And we'll find out if it's going to be again Serena and Capriati in the quarters. We'll continue on our coverage of Tuesday at the Championships Wimbledon.
The forecast calls for fog, low visibility, shifting winds, changing patterns, sudden storms. How can you be ready for what you can't see? On-demand business from IBM.
people see eye to eye on luxury, the Lincoln Town Car. Travel well.
When Sylvia Maxwell was single again, she came to me at Coldwell Banker to find a new home. I searched high and low, and when I found one she loved, she made a proposal to buy it. Larry was a single professor who lived next door, until one day, he made a proposal of another kind. Gives a whole new meaning to love thy neighbor.
For almost a century, Coldwell Banker has known that real estate is only part of the story. To find an office near you, visit coldwellbanker.com.
World champion Paul Hobb, America's best gymnast, takes his next big step towards the Games in Athens. The U.S. Olympic Gymnastics Trials, Saturday, 2 Eastern, NBC.
This is the All-State NBC Sports Update.
Welcome back to our center court booth at the All England Club here at Wimbledon, and we've just watched Serena Williams dispatch of 16-year-old Tatiana Golovin. You know, the ladies' draw here the last 4 years has been a Williams family affair. I mean, it feels like we've had Richard and Aurora seen atop of us the whole time. The sisters have played them at times. The sisters have played each other the last 2 years in the finals. It is a little odd this year to have all of the stage just be Serena's.
It was certainly surprising, as much as injuries has played a part in their, I don't want to say, I will say difficulties this past year, that having said all that, I still expected Venus to be around at the end, and it says a lot for the up-and-comers that Mary's been talking about, that they're starting to believe they can take it to the Williams sisters.
If there's an up-and-comer, Mary, and we just saw one in Golovin, clearly not ready yet. If there's an up-and-comer that can threaten, which one do you think?
Maria Sharapova obviously is showing all kinds of game and all kinds of confidence and a lot of poise. I mean, you could tell she just loves the idea of being a great tennis player. But I also like Carolina Sprem. I mean, the way she's going, and she's collecting so many points now. I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised if by the end of the year she were ranked in the top 10. That's how quickly things are happening for her.
Let me ask you both quickly. If indeed Capriati plays Serena in the quarters, does Jennifer have the game here at Wimbledon to do it?
I think she has the game. Clay courts, obviously, she has a much better chance, having grown up and played on clay or even a hard court. I think it's her least favorite surface. I think she would be a heavy underdog, but anyone who's won Grand Slam titles and wants to show she can pull one more, yes, she can do it. I wouldn't bet a whole lot of money on it.
She beat her here a couple of years ago, so we know that she can beat her on grass in the last 2 times they've played, including at the French Open. And look, it was an ugly match, but Capriati came on top there. It would be a very interesting quarterfinal. But again, if you want to beat the Williams sisters, probably a good idea to try to beat them in the first week of a major, not the second.
And, of course, the second week for the top half, including Serena, a challenge. 4 matches in 5 days, but Serena threw her first one today.
This has been the All-State NBC Sports Update. All-State, proud sponsor of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team.
Also, some worries about rising gasoline prices that seem to be affecting the U.S. economy. Consumers have been hit hard lately by these prices, and it threatens to slow down economic recovery.
Hi, I'm Donald Trump to talk to you about the remarkable convenience of the Visa check card.
Everyone knows the Visa check card is directly connected to the money in your checking account. Oops. But if your card's lost or stolen, did you know you're not liable for fraudulent purchases?
Got it.
And you'll get every single cent of that money back? Guess not. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
And I thought he was doing so well.
Getting into a car wreck is no problem for me. I had the help of a Hollywood stunt team to wreck this car, but if you've been in a car wreck, you could be hurt. I'm attorney Brian Longcar, the strong arm.
Car wreck? Call in the strong arm.
If you didn't have the help of a Hollywood stunt team in your car wreck, better call me. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Pick up the phone and call me now. The strong arm.
Watch Brendan Higgins on NBC5 Today, weekday mornings.
The Championships Wimbledon, brought to you by Lincoln. There are those who travel and those who travel well. By Computer Associates, the management software experts. And by Hertz, it's your trip. Rent wisely.
Back at the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, The best women's match of the tournament is just beginning its final set. Maria Sharapova, the number 13 seed,